All right, let's jump right in. If you're a current or a former smoker and you're thinking about AREDS2 eye supplements, this is the fast, crucial guide you need. We're going to cut right through all the noise and get straight to the one detail that could make a world of difference for your health. Let's do this. This quote right here, it really says it all, doesn't it? This isn't about someone being careless, it's about being busy. They almost made a huge mistake just standing there in the pharmacy aisle. And you know what? It's a mistake literally anyone could make. This really sets the stage for everything we need to cover. So, what is this danger we're talking about? Well, for smokers, the biggest risk might not be doing nothing for your eye health. It's actually rushing to do something and grabbing the wrong formula off the shelf in a hurry. It's a mistake that takes just a few seconds, and that's exactly what we're here to help you avoid. Okay, this slide gets right to the heart of all the confusion. You've got the older AREDS formula and the newer AREDS2. And for smokers, the critical difference comes down to just one ingredient, beta-carotene. The original formula often has it, but the newer AREDS2 was specifically designed to swap it out for lutein and zeaxanthin for a very important safety reason. And that brings us to the single most important part of this entire explainer. It's one simple rule, a check you can use every single time you're looking at a bottle of eye supplements. And trust me, this one check changes everything. Here it is. It's this simple. If you're a current or former smoker, you need to avoid eye formulas that have beta-carotene. This isn't just some casual suggestion, it's the whole reason the AREDS2 formula was even created. This is your #1 non-negotiable filter. And I love this because it's the perfect way to remember it. From now on, when you're scanning an ingredient list, the second your eyes land on the words beta-carotene, I want you to literally picture a giant red stop sign. It's a simple, powerful mental shortcut that'll keep you safe when you're in a hurry. Okay, so we've got the rule down. Now, how do we actually use it without spending 20 minutes reading tiny print? Let's walk through a super quick 90-second routine you can use on any bottle to make sure you're avoiding that one big error. So this is your playbook. And notice, step 1 is our stop sign. That's the first thing you look for. Find the carotenoids. If you see beta-carotene, you're done. Put it back. Only if it's clear do you move on. Then you confirm the lutein and zeaxanthin are there, give a quick scan for the zinc level, check the actual serving size, and finally, do a quick mental check against your other supplements. This quote just hits home, doesn't it? It perfectly explains why having a system is so important. You're not being careless, you're just living life. You're being efficient. But some of these labels can punish that speed. A quick, systematic check protects you when you're short on time. Now hang on. Even if you find the perfect smoker-safe formula, we're not done yet. There's another huge question. Should you even be taking these supplements in the first place? Because the safest formula in the world is still the wrong choice if you don't actually need it. So let's do a quick eligibility check. This is the absolute first and most important question. These supplements are not some general vision insurance for everybody. They were studied for a very specific group of people with certain stages of age-related macular degeneration. If your answer to this is no, or maybe I'm not sure, then your first step isn't the pharmacy. It's a conversation with your eye doctor. All right, next up, you gotta play detective in your own medicine cabinet. AREDS2 formulas have pretty high doses of certain vitamins and minerals. You have to make sure you're not accidentally doubling up on something like zinc or vitamin E because it's also in that multivitamin you're already taking. And finally, let's get real for a second. These are tools for the long game. You are not going to see results overnight. So you have to ask yourself, honestly, can you commit to taking these every single day? The research suggests you need to give it at least 4 solid weeks of consistency to know if it's working for you. All right, let's talk about the money. This slide just gives you a ballpark idea of what you can expect to pay. You'll find value options, a lot of mid-range brands you probably recognize, and some premium ones too. The key takeaway here isn't to buy the most expensive one. It's to find one that meets all the safety rules and fits your budget. But, the price on the bottle can be really misleading. A much smarter way to compare is by looking at the cost per day. A cheaper bottle might only last you 2 weeks, so calculating the daily cost, like this 75-cent example, gives you the real side-by-side comparison of what you're actually spending. Okay, we've gone through the risks, the big rule, and the reality checks. Now let's pull all of this together into one final, super simple action plan you can use the second you're ready to make a choice. Think of this as your pre-flight checklist before you hit that Buy Now button or walk up to the counter. First, confirm it's AREDS2 style. Second, avoid beta-carotene like it's a stop sign. Third, check for that overlap. Fourth,
calculate the cost per day. And finally, be brutally honest with yourself about consistency. It's really that simple.
And this right here just lays it all out perfectly. If you remember absolutely nothing else from this explainer, this is the slide to screenshot. This is your entire decision-making process, boiled down into 5 logical steps that put your safety and your wallet first.
So the bottom line is this. It is so easy, so tempting to just reach for the brand you recognize, the one you've seen a million commercials for. But in this specific situation, for you, that's not the right move. You have to let the ingredient list, not the logo on the box, be your guide. Safety has to win out over familiarity, every single time. And we're going to end with this thought. You are now totally equipped to choose a safe, appropriate supplement. But all this knowledge is meant to empower your conversation with a professional, not replace it. So before you commit, what's that one last question you still need to ask your doctor to be 100% sure this is the right path for you? Thanks for tuning in.